understand that, but I'm just saying, so persons and then do that shows dual interest to me. Now, Councilman Boyd and myself are, you know,
I don't think the
I'm just trying to
decision,
get clarity.
I don't think the decision's been made to pay or not pay it. I just said I think it's premature. Council can either vote on that or not vote on it.
Go ahead.
So what you were saying, Attorney Bloom, is that this is not, even though the Supreme Court ruled, not to remove the mayor, you say this, case is still pending in the Wilkinson County Court?
Yeah, the Supreme Court did not vote on the removal or non-removal of the mayor. They simply voted that certain procedures that were followed regarding whether the mayor sued an individual or official capacity had not been correctly decided, and remanded it back to the Superior Court to complete the case based on what the Supreme Court ruled. The case is still pending, it has not been dismissed. So there will be a decision in that case, one way or the other, whenever it comes up for trial. The Supreme Court did not say the trial could not be held.
So, and to, for further clarity, I'm understanding, I think I heard what you said. So in other words, the Supreme Court did not say that I could not be removed. Is that what you just said? So I thought that's what we were at the
They
top.
didn't make a decision whether or not she could be removed, because that hasn't been decided finally by the trial court. The Supreme Court can't decide a premature question until it's been decided by the trial court, and that question's not been decided by the trial court.
If my memory served me right, I thought that's what they were taking me to the Supreme Court for, was to have me removed.
Well, there were certain aspects of the case that were appealed to the Supreme Court, that is true.
What were they?
But the decision about removal was not decided by the Supreme Court. Otherwise, the case would have been dismissed already.
Any other questions? Council?
For clarification, I'll remove my motion and step back, and I will not vote on this. If Mr. Denton will do the same thing, I will. Okay?
Council, you heard.
I say no, don't pay it.
Councilman Smallwood.
No.
No, don't pay. Councilwoman Todd.
I'll say the one that filed the suit should be the one that have to pay
What we
the
vote on.
mail fees. We talking about the attorney fee,
We're not voting on who should pay it. They said who we should pay it.
well, then who should pay it? They filed the suit, so I think they should be the one that y'all out.
So at this time, I'm saying, no. You just saying no.
All right.
Because I'm tired, I mean, you know, the people bringing in things for the city to that we should, the city, want the city to pay for, and the city, they just leave the city. And I do feel that, who's never brought on these rules, people need to take, they know that they, I mean, you know that you did it, you need to take charge of your actions. So it really should be the city and the city. But I do feel that the employees should be paid.
Mr. Edie and Mr. Disney, I don't think there was an official position stated by y'all who said he would withdraw. Is that an abstention or no, or what?
I was not going to participate in any of this discussion or motions or voting.
Is that a recusal?
Recusal, whatever you need to call
So, I mean,
Mr. Disney,
Same.
I just want to be sure the record's clear.
it. Right.
we have what now?
This one voted no. And we ain't voted no. No, says she thinks when we file the suit, she pay it. She thinks that we get that.
And I agree that citizens should pay. You wanna put that down.
Okay,
I mean,
now,
not-
we're just
that
gonna
each
vote.
organization.
Should the city, I guess the question should be then posed, should the city pay for the?
She's already voted now, we can't go back. because we
I'm-
got all
I-
that.
Councilman
I
Wynn.
stick with my vote.
Councilman Webb, would you, please let me finish, and then you finish. So, the.
You never let me finish.
Let me, I was talking.
I know,
So what
I
I'm
will
saying, excuse me.
go ahead.
Thank you. What I'm saying, so what we're saying is that that the city, everybody is in agreement that the city should not pay this invoice. Is that what you all are saying? Alright. So now the vote is then, since everybody's in agreement that the city should not be responsible for the invoice, then the question is now, to take a vote, who should pay for this? That's the question that I said, that I'm posing. Who should pay for this invoice?
That's up to Mr. Kendall, who you think he's getting from?
So is everybody in agreement with that? Councilman Wynn, that's what you're in agreement, that he should, that should be left up to him to decide.
Yeah, and if you're his client, then you should be.
Moving further along, and this goes to the, councilman too, this, as we say, the resolution. Now, if we're gonna make sure that we enforce something, it needs to start with the council. So
I got
you,
just as much right to speak up here at this table as you do.
I didn't
lady.
say that you didn't, I said, but you
Okay,
did
then
so.
quit cutting you off, and I'll quit cutting you
I-
off. You treat me like a gentleman, I'll try to my best to treat you like a lady.
All right.
But until then, I'm gonna interrupt every time I want.
No, that's not about,
Yes, it is.
interrupting,
Yes, it is.
Can I speak, please? What I just said to you, the statement that you just made, you think I should, you made this snide remark that I should pay the attorney.
If
Yes, I
you're
have.
if you're his client, yes.
And then, so I'm asking you all, as council members, who should be responsible for paying the attorney?
His client,
Okay.
whether it be you or who.
Okay, he voiced his choice. Now I'm gonna voice my choice. I feel that whosoever, the mayor did not put herself in that position as far as having to defend herself.
She hired him.
But anytime, I can't help it, she hired him,
Councilman Wynn,
Because
please give her a chance to speak.
she hired him. She hired him because of the fact,
Because she wanted to.
okay, yes, she did, but she was also instructed that she, had to have her own lawyer.
By attorney.
So, by the city attorney.
She hired him.
So she,
That was
well,
her choice.
she hired him,
It was her
but
choice.
she was right in hiring somebody to defend herself. She had to defend herself. I just don't think the city should be responsible for paying.
I know it should. It should be her.
I feel like the person that brought the claim, the suit against her, then that's who should pay.
Well, we just let the courts let that.
Let me clarify something.
All right, moving on, Councilwoman Toe.
I feel the same way I said it. Whoever filed the suit, that's who should have to pay the attorney.
Okay. All right, Councilman Smallwood. It's not up to who
Citizen,
to do what?
He said not to have to pay it,
The citizen should not have to pay. All right, okay.
and that means the city.
All right, so we'll move right along. Next, we have the invoice for city attorney room for training to Athens, Georgia. You have that invoice. Attorney, I know we discussed it, but do you have the invoice? How much is that coming to be?
It's in the city hall along all
I
the
never, I don't have it. Do y'all have a copy of it?
I faxed it to your private fax.
I didn't have
Attorney, when this, training you went to, did it concern the city? Or was it for the attorney? I mean, was it about city business?
It's about city government and updating on court cases and all that sort of stuff, It's specifically for city attorneys. And there were people there from GMA who taught some of the classes, other state officials, attorney general.
How much will it be?
Out of 500 something dollars.
I'll make a motion, we pay.
I second.
Chief, were you finished with with your question? Motion has been made.
I second the motion.
Motion has been made in second. Can you give me a chance to, all in favor, starting with Wynn?
Aye.
Sloan?
Aye.
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 Motion has been made and, the ayes have it, there are no nays. All right, citizen water bill reduction request, who is that, please? Deny appeal. We have, Ms. Beal, who has a water leak adjustment request in. Can I please? She's applying for a possible credit adjustment on the water count. And her average bill is $35.09, and you have average usage, what's that, 12,300, but that's not $12,300.
12,300 gallons usage.
Okay, so,
That's what she.
so a bill, she's used, the average bill is $35.09, so her payment is $325.03, is that what they're saying?
Yes, ma'am, that's just one month. The month prior to that is $324.63.
Which bill is this?
It's the last 2 months' water bills.
What bill?
So she's normally paying $39.
I think that's a 9 bill.
I make a motion that we, request the, make a motion to request her request that she gets an adjustment. It's typical of our, we average it out and then she'll pay for whatever the average is. Knowing that she has to have it fixed and it can't come back again, you know, for 5 years, I think, or 3 years, or whatever it is.
I
I
second.
second that.
Councilwoman. So all in favor, Councilman Densley?
Aye.
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 The ayes have it, no opposed. Okay, committee reports. Main Street / Better Hometown.
Yes, ma'am.
Really?
Thank you, Councilman Mayor. This is the information right here on the, steam days at the depot. This weekend. And we will have a couple of vendors there. The depot will be open Friday and Saturday. We are expecting a lot of, railroad bus to be in town. So that's going on, so y'all be aware of that, participate if you can. We're working hard on the Fall Line Festival, we're making stage repairs out there on the stage. Electricians who worked on the park several years ago are not available now. So we had to get an electrician named Lamar Nelson to come out there and check to be sure we're up to code, the electrical outlets are working, and the lights are working for our festival.
So are they up and going now?
They're working on that.
Okay. Let me ask
And to
you,
be sure they're up to code.
is he local?
He's local.
Okay.
Yeah.
His name is Lamar Nelson.
Henry Lamar Nelson.
Henry. Would you get that number for me too, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Our entertainment schedule has been filled. We have one slot open for one group for a 45-minute session, if y'all know anyone on that. Our train engine is being repaired by Brett's Cycle Shop. We hope to have that back. The road race is a 5K, starts at 8 a.m. Has a run and see Georgia sanctioned event, which is very good for our runners, The fireworks will be at 9 p.m. that Saturday night. I think all the insurance paperwork has been signed
I'm
on
gonna
that.
give that to you. I got that today from the probate court. We're taking care of all the permits and all of it's been signed and mailed back to them.
Thank you. And the car show will be the Old Capitol Car Club out of Middlesboro will help on that. The children's rides are Grand Illusion. They come from Muskogee County. They're a very reputable outfit. We've used them for several years. This year we will have a petting zoo open from 11 to 6 for our children. This is the 130th birthday celebration of Gordon, October the 3rd from 10 to 10. Our main advertisements we are doing is the Baldwin County area, Lawrence County, Twiggs County, Clifton County, Jones County, and of course our own county to get the word out. So we're looking for a great day right there. We're working with the chief on this. He's been very, very helpful to us on what we should do and what we shouldn't do. So that is the Ball Line Festival which is taking place. We hope everyone participates in it. Okay. The only other thing we've done several months ago, we had, and some of our directors have met with some of the youth concerning skateboards. And it seems like any solution to skateboarding is going to have to be on city property. And anytime you get into city property and skateboarders, we're concerned that it's going to increase the liability for the city if someone gets injured. So our stance on that right now, we don't know what to do because of the insurance factor. If you okay skateboarding on city property, then what you're going to do if someone gets injured would cause additional liability. So on that standpoint, we're just basically, we're talking, but we're not doing anything about that. So if y'all have any questions on the fall festival or the train depot?
On the train depot, it only has, just a short amount of time that the
Yeah.
train kind of comes through. But how long will y'all plan on being set up down there?
All day long.
Oh, okay.
All day long.
It didn't say that on here. so
Yeah, we'll be all day long
Okay.
on there from that morning. The vendors should be prepared around 10:30 and people should be hanging around all day.
So they've got all of that squared away with the health department?
Yes, ma'am, we have. Yes, ma'am, we have. And it's under the state regulation, something changed this year where a nonprofit entity we're exempt from doing the normal health department. We still have to inspect, but we do our own inspection. Okay?
Main Street there?
Yes, we do, and of course, any of our ETC people or whatever will do inspections to be sure the vendors are in compliance with the codes. But most of the vendors that we get are seasoned vendors, and they know very well what they can do and what they can't do. Yeah, and we'll need to do that same thing for that on the Fall Line Festival, just to be, clear on that. Any other thing?
Council, y'all have any other questions?
Thank you very
If
much.
not, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bruce.
We'll get that phone number.
Next, fire.
Fire department has been doing really good as far as fires go. We still running a lot of emergency calls, but we don't mind helping the ambulance service out with that.
Streets.
On College Street, a lot of the citizens has came to me and were asking me about this. Potter Street was next on the line, on the agenda to be, fixed, or to be redone. And I'm wondering when we can get that started. Because it's already been approved and everything, what is the wait, why are we waiting? To get that completed.
May I try to answer it, maybe if I can? When the state changed and started doing the LARP program different than they used to, they have a program now where they appropriate so much money for your streets each year. You can save the money up for 3 consecutive years and then, use all of that combined money at one time to do the street. We have collected 2 years, so next year would be the 3rd year that we would collect money. And I'm assuming that's what we would plan on doing, Mr. Reader. Probably, your street is the #1 priority street. But now, I mean, that's up to council to decide whether they want to do something different than that, But there's 1 more year that we can collect money from the state under the new plan and then go ahead and have it paid at that time.
Is that LMIG, what it's called?
LMIG, yes, ma'am.
So when it's not being used, does it roll over? I mean, you would have a better
When
understanding.
yes, ma'am, when they give you that money, they give it to you in a check, say $26,000, whatever it is. And we got it last year, we got it this year, and we'll get it 1 more year. It goes in our general fund, and it'll stay in the general fund until we use it. And more than likely, all of that money will not come close to paving the street. We'll have to use SPLOST to reinforce the budget to have that street paved. Typically what the cities and the county do, they try to coordinate a contractor who's going to come into the county and do several cities and several county roads at one time so that we can get a better deal on, paving prices.
Okay, because once we, talked with, one of the engineers, but he told us that, you and I,
Oh, Mr. Wood, Barry Wood.
Okay, and, he was saying that, it was ready, everything was ready, but he told us about how you could roll it over, for the years that you were talking about. But then he told us that it still was ready to be, if the work was ready, it could be done now. So that's why I'm saying, why we keep rolling it over and rolling it over
Well,
for 2 years?
is there a particular time that you
He
want
was
to
saying
say?
that we had enough money,
No, I don't understand this is payment.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, time of year that it was matched and that we could.
We just got to get a little more.
Let me ask you, since you all are more familiar with this, with the paving, is there a particular time that, of the year that is good to, it's my understanding, I think with Mr. Lawrence, cement or this will be, asphalt. That's a whole lot different, so I think in the colder weather, am I right? You all correct me that you know more about this, but does it matter any time of the year?
It does. They like to do it when the weather is warm and the asphalt is pure, rather than being really cool or cold. They do have a cutoff on it, pretty much by the temperature and the weather. I don't know what it is, don't quote me on that. Usually warm weather this time of the year, but now, here's the other thing. You have to prepare that street before they'll let you spend their money on that street. You have to patch the potholes, you have to, scrape the shoulder of the road, get them down lower than what, the shoulder is now, so that when the contractor comes in, he doesn't do any patching on, potholes like where some of the water lines are busted. So we would have to do that. So that would be my recommendation, is to get the city.
We have had, I know maybe like 2 or 3, at 2 or 3 different times, the city has came in and fixed, the potholes. So I'm just wondering, is the street ready to be paved?
I was through there the other day.
How would you-
Still, we got the maps there, do it again, on Holly Street. It's a pad that has caved in more, so it needs some more work on it.
I just wanted us to,
go
from
ahead.
talking from them, you know, from the citizens that live on that street. I would just want us to go ahead and see can we, sort of get ready to close that, you know, close the.
I know it needs